This short video is for Miss Burick's second grade class. This is Mr. Rose. I'd like to show an example of erosion that happened because of the ground being disturbed. This parking lot here catches all of the rain when it rains, and sometimes it rains very hard, and it's coming downhill this way. The water runs off at about this area here, and perhaps you can see a little valley right there, and it runs across this way. And I did some work over in this area, and after I was finished I discovered that the water would erode the ground around where I worked at, and it was a real problem. I did two things in this area. This white pipe is on top of a tank, and I had to dig a hole in the ground and put the tank in there. It's a part of the plumbing system for this portable classroom. And I also dug all the way across here with the backhoe, and perhaps you can see the white pipe coming up underneath of that portable. Well, this never has been a problem, even though the ground was disturbed, but right here really was. The water ran off of this parking lot. All of that water was caught on that parking lot, and it had to go somewhere, and it came right across here. This is where it ran off at, like a little creek. It would come across here, and that soft ground that I had dug up and disturbed was being washed underneath of the portable. And so that's why these bags of concrete have been laid here. I put those here to try to keep the water running beside where the soft ground was. And just about 2 weeks ago, I added these 4 on the end because there was not enough. The water would run right there at the end, and it would disturb the ground and push it on over underneath the portable onto this concrete play area. And the sand and the soil was piling up right here, and I had to take a shovel, a flat shovel, and clean up all of the dirt that was being washed over to this area here. So it was eroding it from right here, leaving a big hole, and pushing it over to here. And I've had to work with this 3 or 4 times because the water was so strong it would actually go underneath of the concrete, and when that happened the concrete would just sink lower and lower, and so I had to pick it up and put some more dirt in there and tamp it down firmly so that it had some strength. Like this is very solid right here, so I had to make that as solid as I could, and then put the concrete bags on top of it, and when the concrete got wet, then it turned into solid concrete. And the problem has pretty much been solved. But this is one way that erosion takes place. We've had the same amount of rain as always, but the problem here was the ground was disturbed, and so the same amount of rain caused a problem on the ground because it had been disturbed.